You prevailed in the liberation rite against the chastity. Already does the black wagon feel quieter than usual without Ruki, who returned to the Commonwealth. You overhear some of your companions reflecting on this. I think I learned so much from him, didn't I? Tito is trying to console Ray with an imp-soothing song. You wonder who, if anyone, among you shall be next to go. Then Volfred asks the group to gather. You sense you know what news he is about to share. Everyone, I must apologize to bring such news at this late hour, but I feel that you would all wish to know as soon as possible. The context of our plan has changed. Uh-oh. He looks about at everyone before revealing to them what the stars have revealed to you both. The stars above are disappearing. They seem to just be fading away, one by one, for reasons that the scribes alone may know for certain, though we all may harbor our suspicions. See for yourself if you have any doubt that this is so. A hush falls over your companions, all exhausted from the rite, and now stunned into silence. If this phenomenon continues unabated, and we have every reason to believe it shall, then the rite shall cease when the stars no longer shine. Permanently cease, that is. Your companions exchange glances. You sense negative emotions rising, confusion, fear. Before I gave you the impression that, should the Nightwings not prevail in the liberation rite, there would be other chances. This remains so, however, our chances now are numbered. The exact number, I have yet to ascertain, but to be quite frank, there are more of us than we have chances left. You sense your fellow exiles are beginning to realize what this means. I know this must be difficult to hear, but it is not to be a cause for panic. Our plan remains essentially unchanged. We shall take which opportunity arises and return as many as we can. I urge you all to make whatever time you need take whatever time you need to think this through. At dawn, we shall head south again to Moonlight Alcove, a small landing on the dark side of the sacred mountain. We can discuss this further then. Now, please get some rest. Our path grows harder, though not insurmountable. Not while we stand together. We can still prevail. The group disperses. Some whispers in hushed tones, others turn to their quarters, speechless. There will be time later to better understand this omen. Very interesting. Gilman. After the liberation rite, you find Sir Gilman in an uncharacteristically quiet and contemplative mood. He salutes you crisply with his tail. Glory to you, Master Orita, and glory to the noble Ruki Greentail. Long may he prosper in the Commonwealth, and in doing so, may he benefit the plan into which we have all been thrust. Then he falls silent for a time. You sense him growing very emotional. In noble Ruki, this knight found a kindred spirit, Master Rita. One of questionable honor, the greatest cunning, and such blinding speed as to befit a minstrel's tale. This knight fears our triumphant lost something irreplaceable in him. Of course, this knight is also pleased that Ruki has achieved his freedom. So very much so. And furthermore, this knight shall now continue training even harder than before. Ruki Greentail, this knight shall train on, and until such time as he is swifter than the jagged lightnings of the deathless tempest. Now, Mr. Rita, this knight must beg his leave of you, for this it is time, not for his rest, but for his training. Know that he is very grateful for your wisdom and your guidance in these rites between yourself and Master Ruki. You have instilled within this knight an unshakable resolve. He bows and bids you a good evening. Thanks, bud. You're good. You're good over there. Book. What's on it? What do we got? On kinship. I believe that is new. Each one of us within the 8, besides the imp Haub, we would have perished in the downside had we not found each other and together formed our union. Here in the downside, all bound. But that which binds us here does have some latitude. We choose that bond of kinship. Our exile took precedence over our differences. The empire, which had subjugated all our kind into a tense alliance, shall give way to a society in which our differences are paramount. There, may you embrace your ancient cultures, whilst jointly forming a greater culture of its own. Next to mercy, it is kinship that that should form the bedrock of our commonwealth. Interesting. Okay, we're hitting this. It's so much fun. Oh. Anyways, what am I doing? Continue on with my journey, as usual. Good morning, everyone. We are at the mercy of the stars, and none can say how soon they'll shine for us again. Let us recover for a while at the moonlight alcove and decide how to proceed. Okay, well, let's just truck on over there. Inevitably have some kind of deep and existential crisis. And then move on with our lives again. I must bide my time. Best make yourselves as comfortable as possible here for the night, Nightwings. The rites are to commence once again before we know it. Until then, be well. Thus, you and your companions remain on the mountaintop, waiting for the stars to shine again. The cycle of the rites is ending. The news that Volfrid and the lone minstrel revealed to you now threatens to disrupt the group's resolve. Who most deserves their freedom? Can there be any hope for your revolutionary plan to change the Commonwealth if too few exiles manage to return? These questions hang like a fog over you and your companions as you linger there on Mount Elodial. For now, the exiles of the Nightwings vow to stick together. For as many opportunities as they shall have, many moons pass. One cold evening, Volfrid finds you off on your own. It's snowing. Look at the snow. It's so pretty. Well, my boy, it's time once more. Come see. Volfrid indicates the sky, and through the snow you see that he is right. Soon all of your companions are gathered. Volfrid regards the group in his steady manner. As you all know, I have refrained from participating in the rites myself. This was a long-held choice of mine for a variety of reasons. Chief among those reasons is so that I might direct our plan, free from unwanted attention, both from our adversaries here and those who would oppose us in the Commonwealth. Another reason is my past experience conducting the rites. It did not end on good terms. Before my end, the Nightwings comprised 3 exiles. That's new. Former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Orlek and Arissa. Little Tizo was with them as well, still learning in their ways. After Brighton regained his freedom in the liberation rites, the Nightwings took me in. A story for another time, but for one thing, I had capacity to read the ancient book. Oh, that sounds familiar. Anyway, when next we earned our way into the liberation rite, Arlek was anointed for return. He had long been in exile, and his horns were beginning to show. We prevailed. Little Tizo snuffed the accuser's pyre. Thus, Arlek earned his freedom. However, just as the shimmering pool was to engulf him, Arissa, she shoved him from the precipice and took her freedom in his stead. She perished, of course. Only the anointed can transcend the shimmer pool. But she thought the warnings were amiss, and paid the price. She was always restless. I presumed Aurelic perished too. To survive a fall from Mount Elodial, I was left alone. Subsequently, I made no attempts to resemble the Nightwings, knowing that such treachery, such harm was even possible. as part of this ordeal. I, frankly, still do not hold Orisa entirely at fault for what transpired. I hold instead the Commonwealth responsible for it put us in this desperate situation. And I resist the urge to think that the rights may partly be to blame as well for pitting brother against brother, sister against sister. Fulford breathes a deep sigh. Now I see that Orlek yet lives at a time when our plan is already in motion, and even the stars are fading. Perhaps a sign that the scribes themselves know that the Nightwings are divided, and that they do not approve. But I choose to take it as a sign that we must act. The scribes have put us in a set of circumstances where each one of us may rise to the occasion. The Nightwings and our plan need all the help that they can get, and so I've made a decision, which I wish to announce here to you all. In the name of the Nightwings and Rita, by your leave, I would conduct the rites again. Oh my. Long have my skills languished in the matter, I admit, although I trust I shall regain them soon enough. While I once vowed never to conduct the rites again, our present situation calls for all our resources to be brought to bear. So, if I may be of use during the rites to come, I shall avail myself. That's all. Now then, our reader shall determine where we are headed come first light. Fulford bows his head to everyone, while the others exchange looks, then one by one salute him in turn. Fulford stands ready to conduct the rites again. Once gathers a band, I like that achievement. Once more do several stars shine bright in the night sky, revealing several paths for you to pursue towards salvation. Very interesting that they keep giving us more people to bring along. I mean, I ain't freeing him. Jermir. Nee. Okay, what was this one? The midnight star burns bright over the cairn of Hawub. Tamitha is already on her way. The dusk star burns bright over the spring of Jermir. Well, I'm not going to do him because he doesn't really matter to any of our characters anymore. Could do some Sir Gilmaning, but maybe bringing her sister into the fray again. What's that? The Essence are led by the harp, Tamitha Thane. Your record against him is 2-0. Okay, so what do I want to do? It kind of determines who's going to be in my probability of success. 53%. Thanks, Wilfred. Exiles liberated, 3. Total rites conducted, 16. Rites till next liberation, 2. Liberation rites conducted, 3. Liberation rites remaining, you don't know. I don't know. I think I want to fly all the way down here, but there is a part of me that wants to do his thing. So you know what? Let's go. Let's do this. It was my first instinct. Let's stick with that. Boop. Some of the cartoony graphics are amazing. Very well then, Rita. Once more you shall face Tamitha in the Essence when the next stars align. We may set our course for the cairn of Hawub at dawn. For now, please get some rest in the remaining dark of the night. Thank you. I'm gonna continue my journey. It's gonna fly away.
I do so hate to thusly contact you, O reader. Yet an awful rumor reached me recently. That you have within your retinue a traitor to the Nightwings and the Commonwealth alike. But you would never harbor such a traitor, now would you?
No, never.
I trust your time within the downside would have taught you that.
I'm getting to feel like he's the big bad guy. You rise after a fitful night of slumber, however, or somehow the voice which is just the voice. Which, well, let's read that. Described within the book, calls to you during the rites, reminds you of your exile. I feel like he's the big bad guy. Which thus far has reached you only in the rites, has found its way into your sleep as well. You shake free of it. The time at Moonlight Alcove has made everyone restless. The group is eager to set forth at your command. That does take off. Once again, with the amazing music. I'm gonna look around if there's anything to kind of poke around with. No, doesn't look like it. Oh, there's something. Boop. As the wagon soars across the skies above the waking wood, you notice Wolfred appear lost in thought. You cannot sense straight away what he is thinking. Do not remind me, reader. It is simply that being here in this vicinity brings back a lot of memories and gives me much to ponder. I hid within those woods for many, many years, making preparations for our plan. I cast aside my raiments and became untraceable. There I waited for the plan to germinate, so it means a lot now to be here above this place at least. At last. Quite the view, wouldn't you say, my boy? Thanks, Wolfred. I don't think I'm ever gonna bring you into the rites. No offense, it's not your fault. It's just, you know, things. Your flight takes you near to where you breached past Stormwall into the deathless tempest. With the climate of the downside intensifying, you wonder if the storm has spilled forth from its confines and started to ravage other regions of the land. Very interesting. Whee! It's a good flying music. Very calm. And by calm, I mean kind of active. Kind of want to bump into that group over there. Do I have an option? I have the shunt. A rocky northern pass towards the ominous cairn of Haub. Wolfred notes a powerful talisman is rumored to be on this path. Whoops. Oh. Scourge of the skies. Oi! What the bloody blazes? Barker notices your wagon at his flank. There, begins to laugh. Well, if it ain't the Nightwings flaunting the fancy little flying wagon, eh? You think you're better than us, mates? Huh? You ain't better than the dung I stepped in last night. Now, get on out of here. Oh, I've mind to leap on over there, rip your gizzards out. You hear me? And Sir Gilman believes that the conditions here are right to train in the ways of the Sea Dominion. Talisman training. Made up my mind very quickly. I can indulge the sparring contest. There's nothing in here? Nobody wants to talk to me? Nobody? Why does nobody want to talk to me anymore?